The hugely problematic PC blackout at the Federal Aviation Administration this week that caused a large number of dropped or deferred flights has put Americans awkwardly face to face with the technology behind U.S. air travel, for essentially the second opportunity in a month. The response includes maturing equipment and programming, yet in addition institutional disappointments that have made refreshing the technology seriously testing, as per current and previous industry authorities, government reports and outside examiners. Throughout the long term, and in the face of detonating interest for air travel, regulatory disasters and conceded support have added to an undeniably weak framework, even as it becomes perpetually refined with definitely a bigger number of weak spots than numerous shoppers might understand. The error at the focal point of the current week's cerebral pain was an undermined dataset document in a pilot's warning framework that issues alerts, known as NOTAMs, of different perils that could influence a flight, going from notification of shut runways to the presence of neighboring development gear. The harmed record was likewise present in the FAA's reinforcement framework, the source acquainted with the matter told CNN, which originally revealed the detail on Wednesday. Authorities moved to reboot the primary NOTAM framework early Wednesday morning, however it neglected to be totally restored when busy time started on the East Coast, prompting the FAA ground stop. The senior U.S. official told CNN Wednesday there was no proof of unfairness in the occurrence, a detail the FAA later openly affirmed. Regardless of moving to modernize their gear, at times carriers and the U.S. government might in any case be dependent on technology that could be years or even many years old. The FAA programming that bombed for the current week is 30 years of age and something like 6 years from being refreshed, the U.S. government official told CNN on Thursday. However, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has pushed to speed up that course of events since the implosion, the authority said. As soon as 2012, the FAA concluded it needed to supplant maturing heritage voice switches utilized in aviation authority correspondences with new, web-based interchanges technology. Be that as it may, on account of a contracting question, the FAA currently means to continue to utilize the old switches until no less than 2030. In the meantime, a large number of the ID frameworks that carriers relied on were custom constructed quite a while in the past, with some running on heritage centralized server PCs, and weren't intended to deal with colossal floods of approaching data, aviation specialists said. It's not generally that the technology's age is innately an issue, industry specialists said. The age infers the powerlessness to scale to fulfill new need, and an absence of legitimate help as the other world continues on it. The utilization of custom-constructed technology, instead of off-the-ramp arrangements, worsens the issue, mill operators said, as keeping up with it requires progressively specific parts and ability. Attempting to coordinate old frameworks with fresher ones, consistently progressively, on the grounds that the worldwide aviation industry never rests, can likewise set out its own open doors for devastating missteps. While all flight deferrals and undoings will generally bring about a comparable encounter for the air voyager, the fundamental wellspring of a blackout can differ fiercely. A lot bigger number of things can turn out badly than you could expect, featuring the sheer intricacy of the aviation business, and highlighting how there is definitely not a speedy simple fix for it-related travel interruptions. Getting a flight going includes a perplexing stew of data, industry specialists say, and disturbances in any piece of that data production network can create setbacks. The interconnected idea of the aviation sector, including many nations, organizations, offices and information bases makes numerous weak spots. Reinforcements and redundancies can help, yet it is as yet a greatly mind-boggling arrangement of frameworks. The significant part of the aviation business neglected specialized obligation, in the meantime, can be followed to a spate of consolidations and liquidations right after 9/11, when numerous carriers were more centered around funds than mechanical redesigns, said the business official. That administrative nearsightedness is its own reason for today's mechanical discomfort in the aviation business. In certain circumstances, institutional latency and business needs have outclassed interests in exorbitant and exhausting foundation. Yet, the undeniably interconnected and digitized nature of the framework presently implies that when things turn out badly, they can do as such in perpetually terrible ways. Aviation specialists say just greater speculation, and better preparation, can address the difficulty.